Hello guys, how you doing? It's Mason here, Brother Mason, and of course we represent the Metaphysical Academy. And like I always say, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for supporting me. So ladies and gentlemen, for this video I'm just gonna go straight to the point. Really, I'm not gonna be mucking about. Basically a friend of mine asked me what I think is a very legitimate question. She asked me and she goes, Brother Mason, yes, I like you. You are a motivational speaker and you do inspirational speaking, and you talk about spirituality and metaphysics and about the law of attraction and manifestation and all of that, and all the principles, all the Hermetic philosophies and the national principles of life and all of that. This is all good, it's all well and good. But my question is this: what if everything in my life I am doing is falling apart? What if every single aspect of my life is breaking down into pieces and I can't even mendel it back together? Every single thing that is happening to me is getting worse and worse. I'm losing my job. I'm having problem with my boss. I'm having problem with my family members. I'm having problem with my partner. I'm having problem with my friends. I'm struggling to pay my rent. I'm struggling to pay my bills. It's almost as if the whole world, the whole weight of the world is just falling on me. What do I do? All this motivational speaking and inspirational speaking, all these words that you say, they're not going to help me, because I am faced with a reality, a real problem that needs a real solution. What do I do in that scenario? Do you know what? When she asked me that question, to be quite honest, I hesitated for a good 10 to 15 or even 30 seconds without even answering, because I was struggling to think of the answer. Because in that situation, you can say all the motivations you can want, motivational words you can want, you can say all the inspirational words you can want, but there's a practical problem that needs a practical solution, and the solution has to be an immediate action. Can't be solved next week, next month, next year. If bills needs to be paid, if the rent needs to be paid, somebody needs somewhere to live, if somebody's facing homelessness, what are they gonna do? They need help straight away. So it took me like 10 to 15, like I said, 15 to, I'm gonna say roughly 20 seconds. And even though it took me so long, because 20 seconds, quite a long time to answer a question, a legitimate question, especially for somebody who claims to be a metaphysical teacher and a motivational speaker. You know, people are going to be assuming that you've got all the answers. I'm not going to say I'm a guru. I'm going to say I'm a master. I'm not going to say I'm an authority on everything. But, you know, people are going to be expecting you to have answers there and then. But then, looking back at it now, it's a good thing. It's a really good thing that I took a little bit of time to process the question. And most importantly, I did not use my conscious mind, because it is the conscious mind normally that would answer a question straight away. Because a conscious mind will just draw all kind of experiences, past experiences, all sorts of information available just to provide the answer. Excuse me, let me just get a drink. So in that scenario, excuse me, had I used my conscious mind, I could have just blabbered my way through. But what I did, however, that 20 to 30 seconds, whatever it took me, I quietened and suppressed my mind, my conscious mind, and I let my subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the one that doesn't draw on any information, current information. It draws on universal information. So basically, by quieting my mind, I let spirit took over. So that 20 to 30 seconds was quite enough for me to quiet it down and suppress my mind, because my mind is rational. My mind uses logic and reasoning, because this is a practical question that possibly requires logic and reason to answer the question. And had I, now looking back in hindsight, had I used a logic and reasoning, I could have probably provided a logical and reasonable answer to a practical and a realistic problem. But would that have been enough? Well, who knows? You be the judge. So basically, what I did with that 20 to 30 seconds of me processing the question and let spirit take over. And when I say spirit, I'm talking about the universal, subjective, subconscious mind, the creative intelligence which is in me, or the God in me, because all over the universe there is universal intelligence, but that's the same universal intelligence is within me as well, and it's within you, and is within everybody else. But it needs to be given time. It needs to be given an opportunity to express itself, because we also do have the objective conscious mind, which uses intelligence, which uses rational information, logic and reasoning. So thankfully, I let my subconscious mind take over. I let spirit take over. So basically, what I said to my friend was this. I said, and I remember vividly, I don't know where the words were coming from, but I was just started opening my mouth, and I said, you need to understand, you need to remember the biblical verse in the Bible that says, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. I remember repeating the same thing, the same word 3 times. And I went along on the lines of explaining to her that sometimes what we perceive as a problems, as mega problems, that there is no way we're going to find a solution. There is no way we're going to find a resolution. We are using our lower mind, because our lower mind has got limited vision and a limited thinking capability. Because when you are using logic and reasoning, you are drawing on information, on what are called a realistic information based on the world of appearances. Because we live in a world of appearance. When we kind of like deduce the information that is around us and kind of come to a conclusive judgment using logic and reasoning and drawing upon the information that is available. So you're using logic and reasoning, you're using your lower mind, but there is a greater mind. A greater mind is the mind of the universe. A greater mind is the mind that is attached. There is an invisible link between your greater mind inside you and the greater mind of the universe and of reality. And it's called the subjective subconscious mind. In other words, it is creative intelligence. You call it spirit, call it whatever you want to call it. If we give that a chance, quieting down all the thoughts, ideas that coming out from your mind, because you have to remember your mind is always chattering, blabbering information to you 100 miles an hour, even 1,000 miles an hour. So it's always telling you things. Do this, do that. There's no way you're gonna do that. How are you gonna find the money for the rent? You ain't got a job. You've got a problem with that, with your manager. You know that your boyfriend doesn't like you, your girlfriend doesn't like you, nobody likes you, your family members doesn't like you. You know that. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Look at you. You're gonna be alone. So all this clutter, all this noise coming from your mind, somehow it needs to be suppressed. It needs to be quietened down. And by quieting down your mind, which is only working with limited information and limited capabilities, because it is based on the world of appearances. Sometimes what we think is real is not real. This is where fear comes from. False evidence appearing real. So what we might be thinking is a mountain, is a hurdle. Really, if you break it down, it's not even a hurdle at all. Because your higher mind knows how to handle all kind of information. Your higher spiritual self, your subconscious mind, which is like I said, which is interlinked, constantly interlinked to the subconscious mind or the creative intelligence of the universe, knows how to handle every single problem. It's got a solution and it's got a resolution for every single problem before it even occurs. So sometimes you just need to quieten your mind down. Let spirit take over. Let your higher self take over. Trust in the God in you. Trust in the higher self in you. Be still and know that I am God. Who is God? Who is telling you to be still? And who is God? God is you. God is the I am. God is that inner power within you. And that inner power within you is telling your conscious mind, your objective conscious mind, which is based on logical reasoning, to quietening down. And when it quietens down, the solution to be paid to pay the rent is an easy solution for the higher mind. The solution to sort out things with the boyfriend or the girlfriend, or to break up and look for another boyfriend or girlfriend who's going to appreciate you, treat you like a queen, it's an easy resolution for it. The solution to find out the next payment for the rent, it's an easy resolution for your higher spirit, for the I amness inside you, the divine power, the divine being inside you, the creative intelligence inside you, not your logical reasoning conscious mind, which is based on objectivity, which is based on drawing up information and doing deduction and coming up with the best solution. No, there is a spiritual higher mind which knows how to handle everything, because this world is a world of illusions. Matter is illusion. Everything that you see is just an illusion. Everything is governed by spirit. Everything is governed by creative intelligence. So by you giving a chance to your higher intelligence, to your higher self, solutions and resolutions will just come easy. And sometimes you'll be surprised, where did that come from? How did I manage to solve this? It's because you have quieted down your mind. So ladies and gentlemen, whenever sometimes you are faced with the trials and tribulations, tricky situations, and you are wondering, how in the hell am I gonna get out of this situation? How did I even get in this situation? And how am I gonna get out of it? What am I gonna do? I look left, right, and center. I can't see any solution. I can't see anybody helping me. I can't see there is no way out. I'm stuck in this situation. I'm stuck on the corner. What am I gonna do? In that situation, ladies and gentlemen, quieten your mind. Take no thought. Don't think about anything. Be still. Go to that point of zero, of nothingness. Go to that point of no thoughts, no thinking, no rushing, no deducing information, no reasoning, no analyzing information, no deductions, nothing. Go to that 0 point. And when you go to that 0 point, this is where you're going to meet your divine spirit. This is where you're going to meet your divine higher self. Because your higher self operates on nothingness, on quietness, on stillness, on silence. And this is where all your solutions are going to be coming from. This is where all your master solutions are going to be coming from. And you'll be totally shocked. But it's a shock and a miracle and magical to you. Because you are operating on your lower mind. Your higher mind has got all the answers to all the problems. Your higher mind knows that you live in a world, a matrix, some kind of a computer simulation. But it's got all the answers. It did all the mathematical calculations already. All the complicated equations, it's done it already. And it's got the answer for you. But you need to be still and trust in your higher self. You remember, you are a spiritual being, and a spiritual being depends on spiritual intelligence, and spiritual intelligence all over around you, all over reality, all over space, all everywhere. So you need to be still and trust the divine consciousness in you. Quieten your mind. Don't even try to judge. Don't even try to think. Don't even try to analyze. But I ain't got no money. I don't have money in my bank account. Don't worry about it, because these are all illusions. This is fear. False evidence appearing real. Trust in the higher self. Trust in your higher consciousness. Trust in the divine spirit within you, the creative intelligence within you. Because you have to remember, this imagination creates a reality. So imagine, that's another thing you have to do. Imagine your rent is paid. Imagine things are working out with your boyfriend, or imagine you dump your boyfriend, girlfriend, you find yourself another king or queen. Imagine yourself living in this immaculate house. Imagine yourself with so much money in your bank account. Just imagine, daydreaming. Because imagination creates a reality. And most importantly, consider it done. That's what faith is. Faith is in the belief of things hoped for, but it's hoped for in the world of appearances, but it's already been created in the world of non-appearance, which is the invisible realm. So once you know and you imagine and you accomplish and you say, you know what, it's done. I have it all. It's just a matter of time before it manifests itself in the physical reality. So, ladies and gentlemen, whenever you are faced with a tricky situation, quieten your mind, be still, and know that you are God, and know that there is a divine power, divine spirit, divine creative intelligence within you. Give it a chance. Give it a chance, and let it take over the situation, and watch the miracle happen. Watch the magic happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's my video, and that's my message for you today. Like I always say, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Look after yourself, stay blessed, and keep on smiling. It's Brother Mason. Okay, take care.